let's get to this. Okay, so this is an exclusive live masterclass, and we are going to be focusing on today. You can see the topic is spiritual sales, 3 steps to connect your ideal client and increase your income. Let's see if we're moving on here. Okay. But before we begin, I want to just make sure that you commit on to something. So please, just if you have any distractions, just make sure that you shut off any distractions around you. This is what we're going to go through in this next hour is going to take you deep inside yourself. And what's going to happen is as we move through this session together, you're going to find yourself getting more and more attuned, more and more aligned. I always like to say that pay attention to the subtle energies around you and within you. So I understand sometimes when people come onto webinars or typical webinars, I've been guilty of doing this myself. People multitask, you know, they're doing a lot of things in the background. I would really encourage you to focus for this and everything that I'm going to take you through. And I promise as we go through this, you're going to see it's really worth being here because you're going to get quite a profound breakthrough. So please shut off your phones, shut off distractions, and that way we can really get the most out of this together. So just so you understand more about who I am and why, what I want to do and how I want to help you, my mission is to help each person to work with spirit as their guide to manifest the life and money they desire. And so what I found is that one person at a time makes a difference. Each one of you has a profound mission, and that when one gets into alignment with that, that's when things converge and open up to another level within yourself. So there I am there at Brit Week. That's Ken Robinson. He is the most downloaded TED Talk speaker of all time. He speaks on creativity, and it was a real honor to be able to share the stage with him at Brit Week. And now just, you know, I never thought I would end up there in that place with this type of work, but it's been an exciting journey. So you understand a little bit more about where I'm coming from. And so my promise to you today is I'm going to show you how to make heart-centered sales. But it's so much more than that. And you can generate the income that you desire doing any work, anything really that you feel called to do. I used to have the belief that you can't generate income doing work that you love, and it's just not true. I'm living proof of that. In fact, I have, and I say this, I hope this sounds humble, but I have generated over $2 million of income as a coach in my business. And I say that not to focus on the like, oh, I've made that amount of money. There's a whole other story behind that. But in terms of, I had 5 years of generating 0 income because I thought, well, you can't work within a holistic spiritual industry. You can't do metaphysical, mystical type of things and get paid for it. That's only for doctors and lawyers and accountants. So that is why I shared that number with you. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that in your own life. It is a very, very simple process. So spiritual sales works for a wide range of businesses. And I'm curious if you want to put in the chat box, like, what industry are you in now? Or what industry are you looking to go into? And here I have this, anyone that what we're doing now on this webinar is great if you are an intuitive, you are someone who is spiritually minded, you are a life coach, you are a writer, you're within anything within the field of mind, body, spirit, you're a psychic, you're in health and wellness, nutrition, you're a yoga teacher, anything within the creative arts, anything to do with an online business that has a heart-centered spiritual focus. So if that is you, then this is definitely going to be awesome for you. So if you want to be able to put in the chat box there, just let me know, like, what is that industry that you're in, that you work in, or you're looking to work in. Okay, so the spiritual sales test. You can, oh, I like, okay, so let me just, before going on to this, okay, so Jessica, fantastic. So you are a fitness pro. Jessica James is a fitness pro. Gillian Weatherald is an actor transitioning into more healing work, Reiki. Love it. Just love it. Perfect. And I know you just said you're still a bit confused. You're definitely in the right place because you're going to see how you can do all of it and how you're just going to see, you're going to see as we go through this process. It's going to get really clear. So how can you make spiritual sales? Well, if you have a heart-centered product and your client needs some form of assurance, right, because they are heart-centered themselves, you're going to really like what I share with you here today. I just MB, who's MB? Okay, you are in the real estate industry, residential sales, buying and selling. Love that as well. Tunde, a waxing salon. Oh my gosh, are you in Los Angeles? I can always do with someone good for waxing. So Nick's laughing at me here in the background. It's a woman's thing, right? Okay, so perfect. All right, so spiritual sales. You don't have to, what I've found in the past is that because I have been a perfectionist, and I don't know if you can relate to that yourself, I would procrastinate a lot. And so I always used to think, well, I can't do something because I don't have a finished product, or I'm not a pro at speaking from the stage. I mean, you're seeing today, this is my first webinar, and just showing up and doing things imperfectly, right? It's about getting into action. So in this instance here on the webinar, I'm not a pro speaker. Having a website, you will see later on that I'm launching something new. And so I had to get outside of my comfort zone and just and launch without having everything properly formed into place. And again, you don't have to have tons of clients. You will see in this process that it is about aligning with the right people, and you don't have to have a fully developed brand. When I started my business, gosh, going back, I guess, really it started in its infancy when it wasn't developed 20 years ago. I would literally, people would just send friends to me, or I just say, I'm going to do a workshop this weekend, and I'd invite people over to my home, and we just go and do some exercises, start to put stuff together in the garden. I mean, literally, you do not just start from where you're at, and we're going to explain more about that. Malka, you say, so you're in the creative arts, a graphic designer, a change agent, and you're designing your brand so it's as good and brilliant a product and services as I ever. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, we're going to get into this more. So I would love to know why you're here. So I see each one of you, you're in a specific, you have your specific industries or your transition industries, but what drew you today to the idea of spiritual sales? Is it that you feel intimidated by the sales process, or you feel that sales or generating income doing the work that you love is an uncomfortable thing? I would love to hear in the comments box, what is it for you that holds you back in some capacity? Or if you are already successfully doing sales, what is it that you want more of in terms of being able to reach and help others with your products and services? Or is it that you want to define your products and services? Okay, so you're saying, Judy, you're saying all of the above. Okay, so as we move through this, if there's something that else that comes into your awareness as to why you're here, and it's a good moment to think about that now, because then you can get really intentional. And if you focus on one specific thing, then that is going to allow you, as we get into the exercises later on, to create that bigger breakthrough for yourself. Okay, so why did I create this specific webinar? Because I've attended multiple sales trainings over the years. I've been from live events, I've been on teleseminars, you name it, over the last, I would say, pretty much over the last 20 years. And then very much so from around the year 2006, I dived more deeply into the space. And there were some really good things that I learned, but some of the stuff just didn't resonate at all. Jessica, so you say you want to come from the heart, authentic sales, and feeling comfortable with what you know and feeling like you deserve the price you're asking for. I love that. And the exercise that we're going to do later on will really help hold in that alignment of getting paid what you know that you're worth. And Gillian, you said, I'd love to define my services and also feeling where you're feeling less confident in your new abilities, right? To ground that. We're going to do something with that afterwards too. And Tunde, you say, how can I connect spiritually with my brand and my sales? We're going to do that today. And be afraid to promote yourself as a spiritual realtor. Yeah, I hear you on that. Actually, I used to work in real estate. My whole family background was in real estate. You're okay, Malka, you're rebranding yourself now, and you're going to be launching a new website in January, focusing with working with coaches who work from the heart. And this is, and people who haven't marketed their gifts to connect with others. Love it. Beautiful. So this focus of spiritual sales, it leads you to your ideal client. And I have found that doing this process, you just get to connect to the right people. Every single client that I do work with, I absolutely adore. I really feel connected to them. Spiritual sales, what happens is that when you set this in motion, if you take the action, you are always going to get results. Sometimes when you're going through taking the actions, it feels like it's not going to work out, but it always does, right? That's where you have to trust in that the process is called spiritual sales rather than just sales. And also that there's no yucky feeling. Sometimes where, I've been on trainings, it's like scarcity, like push the person, take the action. If you don't do this now, I know sometimes like there are only 10 spots available for a live event but I've been on trainings where someone will say, oh, there's only X amount of spots available. And then you find out later on that they've added another 50 spots on and things like that. It just doesn't feel, doesn't feel right. I don't know. You let me know in the comments section if you've ever gone through experiences like that, but I've gone through that so many times. And having gone through that, I thought, let's address that so that we make sure that we're all doing things from the right place. And so, let me just, one other thing I'll say is when I have not used spiritual sales and I've just like followed some of these formulas that are out there over the years, that the clients that I did end up working with or who bought my programs, it did not end well. There were resentments or there were misunderstandings. Sometimes for myself, it would just feel exhausting working with that person. You want it to feel great, right? You want it to be a symbiotic relationship. This is one of my beautiful clients, Katie. Katie has a really cool brand called 1-2 Lash. Her company makes magnetic lashes, and she started off in real estate, and then she followed her dream of being able to beautify, really to bring beauty through beauty. And she said, as an entrepreneur launching a company, I knew I was entering into unfamiliar waters and needed to align my spirit, mind and body to take on the enormity at hand. I went into the session expecting certain things and came out with such amazing insight, even in areas I did not see needed examining. My daily orders increased from 1,000 to 10,000 within 90 days of coaching with Joanna. So I'm really honored to have worked with Katie and with her brand. Best of all, spiritual sales keeps you heart-centered. So my client, Suzanne Baumann out of Switzerland, she'd said that she was, she just had all this flood of bookings come in because, again, she was centered in her heart. So sometimes when we do the inner work, it gives us the ability and the actions to get the results on the outside. This was a workshop here where we were doing spiritual sales in person. It was really, really fun. And that there were some amazing alignments that happened in the room where actually there was one lady who was there and she said her dream was to offer compassion sessions. And she said, well, how am I going to do that? How's that going to happen? And she said, who's going to pay me? And I said, well, what would you like to get paid? She said, well, I'd like to start off getting paid $100 a session. And then there was a gentleman in the room here at this event. And he said, I want to do a compassion session with you. And at the end of the workshop, he went up to her, gave her $100 and did a compassion session with her. And he has been a client of her now for several years. So that was something really cool that happened there on the spot live at the event. So the process I use is very simple. We're going to go through two parts, but the overarching theme of what we're going to do today is to center, ground, and connect. Jessie Phillips, another client of mine I adore, who is out in South Dakota. She is a realtor. She has made great strides forward in her business. And she has said, I felt more calm, centered, and aligned with spirit. I felt more confident in my inner strength and boundaries. I also made in 1 month what I had previously earned in 1 whole year. I feel more connected with my family and especially my mom. So who will be next in line to generate income from the heart? It really is important it comes from the heart, because when it doesn't come from the heart, you won't make the income you desire, or you'll make the income and you'll burn through it. And I've been in both of those situations. And so Mastin here, Mastin Kipp, you may know him, who's founder of The Daily Love, and also has 2 books out with Hay House. And he says, I can't read here. He says, Joanna Garzilli changed my financial life. For almost 2 years, I was struggling to find a way to make more money from my online business. And in just one session, she taught me how to double my sales, and it worked instantly. Joanna's intuition and business savvy are a powerful combination. So that's from Mastin Kipp. And again, so the breakthrough, you will find that if you really pay attention today, that you could have a massive breakthrough in what we do together. All right. So our agenda for today. By the end of this session, you're going to know how to connect with spirit to build a prosperous and healthy business. You're going to understand how to develop your abundance mindset and release your fear of rejection. I have a challenge for you later on that if you do it, it is absolutely going to change your life. How to take simple actions to stop self-sabotage and replace them with self-care, and how to get in the habit of balanced income generating activities, right? Because, it's going through the highs and lows is absolutely exhausting. And at the end of today, I have a special surprise for you. So I want to make sure, please stay on for that. And you are going to get something, a very, very special opportunity. Okay, so I just wanted to just sort of take you back through, back to I guess sort of like the beginning of my journey here, so you understand, and preface it with how to use these tools. So my dream in life, well, that's me there. That was me dressed up 8 years old. This is when I was in the Brownie Guides. That night, I was so excited to be dressed up, and I couldn't go because I wasn't feeling well. I had to stay at home, but my mum took a photo of me there. The point, I think, from this picture is that spirit, angels, connection to spirit has been very important to me from a young age. In particular, really my first memory of that is from 6 years old. It's interesting to sort of just be here with this at 8, and then later on in life, I had the opportunity to interview Neil Donald Walsh, who wrote Conversations with God. And that was amazing. That really was a dream come true, because his work is absolutely incredible. And the other thing, that sort of before I got to that point, here's the in-between. On the surface, I was living a dream life. So I was very much on the London socialite scene. There was a period that came where I really suppressed those intuitive, those psychic gifts, because I had a lot of shame around that, and people would ridicule me. And I know, who was it that just shared, oh my gosh, where was it? Was it, who was it that you just said here that as a spiritual realtor, MB, yeah, I think it was you, MB, you said about as a spiritual realtor, right? That thing of stepping out there and really allowing yourself, to be seen. So this was me here at the London Club Awards back in 1996. And then the other picture there, that's me with my friend Danny Bear, who was a big TV host in the UK, and Brad Pitt. You know, I was constantly surrounded by celebrities and the London party scene. But there was something missing inside. The other thing is a number of people around me were extremely successful, and they were generating income, and I was around these people sharing ideas, giving support, but I couldn't imagine doing like the work that I really loved and making money from it as well. So there was a big disconnect there, which led to then there was one night I was out at this club in London called Subterranea, and then I had a deeper spiritual awakening where I went, I can't just do this like this anymore. I can't live like this. And I ended up traveling around the world and connecting with different shamans and indigenous teachers from the Native American culture to out in Bali, to Egypt, to Peru, Bolivia, with the Maori, out with the Aborigines, like basically worldwide. And for me, what was driving that journey was I wanted to seek spiritual alignment. I also felt a huge amount of pain inside myself, and I felt it in other people too, and I wanted to alleviate that pain. So that is what led me on that journey. And in that journey, one of the places that I ended up coming to was Los Angeles. That's where we're based now, in LA. And LA has always spoken to me. Ever since I was a child, America has felt like home to me, even though I'm British. And my dear friend in the picture there in their yoga studio, that's at Yoga Works, my friend Kia Miller. And Kia she's a very successful yoga teacher today. Back then, she invited me and she said, look, with everything you do with your psychic ability, will you come in and help teach like the guided meditation for this class? And this is really how things happen, just from my different connections, friendships with people, when I allow myself to surrender and be in spiritual alignment, that these great opportunities started to come along, like the interviewing of Neil Donald Walsh, like here with Yoga Works. And then that led to, there was a workshop at the time. I was working at MTV, and I heard about this Jack Canfield workshop called Breakthrough to Success. And so I went and signed up for that. It was a 7-day event out in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's me with Jack there. And he had this party based on his book, The Success Principles. Come as you are, party, come as you are 5 years from now. And so I basically, on the spot at the event, because I had a background also in film, like in film producing as well, and doing TV hosting, that I just called up this production studio in Phoenix, and next thing I'd got a red carpet with a velvet rope. I'd got a film crew, and I interviewed everyone, including Jack, on the red carpet who they were 5 years from now. And a lot of those people at that event, that they went on to publish books and make an impact with philanthropy around the world. It was so cool to see. Another inspiration for me in my career has been James Van Praagh. I think he's one of the best, if not the best psychic in the world. And we met him in West Hollywood. And that, for me, my inspiration was really ignited to go and do my first book, Unleash the Psychic in You. And so there I am. That was back in 2008, where you should be able to see on the bookshelf there, Unleash the Psychic in You. And it also led to me stepping onto stage and speaking. A lot of this, it's like it just started to happen because it came from a place of spiritual alignment, from being centered in my heart and just being driven from that. So where my desire to help people outweighed my fear and the shame of being seen. That's a really important component to be able to get out there and generate income doing the work that you love. And then after that, we had Dominic, our son Dominic. That's my husband, Nick. And there's Dominic there. We were outside the White House in Washington, D.C. Well, obviously the White House is in Washington, D.C. And there's Dominic as a baby. I think, is that the first day that he was born? Is that
First day was home safe.
First day home safe, yes. My greatest achievements in life. Okay, I hope there's going to be a recording. Yes, this is recording. It is recording, Julie. There is a recording. So let me just say yes. Hope it records. So, and then this led to working with a number of notable names in Los Angeles. So that's Jenna Dwayne Tatum. She came to me, was a client of mine, and this was before, like right before she ended up meeting Channing Tatum, and they were doing the movie Step Up together. And this is after when they were together and at her house in Los Angeles. And then I revised Unleash the Psychic in You and came out with a second edition of it. And that, let me just also add to that, that Unleash the Psychic in You, that came out of 10 years of a workshop that I had been teaching. And then there's Angela Bassett. I started to do interviews on TV, so I ended up doing OK TV and numerous, like I've hosted over 200 hours of live TV out of the UK with a show that I created called Psychic Interactive. Here, then I transitioned a little bit into the mainstream of intuition and ended up speaking at Brit Week on stage and in front of, from royal family to government officials. And, that definitely was, again, like growth in my career. There's me a photo with from $1 Million Listing and being on that show. And then I ended up doing something crazy. This is in my next book that had come out, Big Miracles, where I ended up, my husband dared me to go up and audition for Laker Girls. Slightly wild, slightly crazy, because I am definitely not a dancer. Have you ever done anything like really crazy outside of your comfort zone? If you have, something that has led to something great. This led to so many great things for me, because the terror I felt having to do a choreographed routine in front of several hundred people on camera, oh my gosh, it was insane. And I ended up, I was the only person on Laker Girls that could not dance and was not a professional dancer. They did a 2-minute storyline on me. So that was totally wild. So if you want to share in the comments box something that you did to get outside of your comfort zone, let me know. And then this year I had Big Miracles, the 11 Spiritual Rules for Ultimate Success, came out with HarperCollins. From back over 20 years ago, I had always wanted to be a published author, a traditionally published author. And then that dream came true. And I ended up having lots of different press. I've did over 50 radio interviews earlier this year, from NPR to BBC to 2 hours on Coast to Coast with George Norrie, with Lisa Garr from The Aware Show for Hay House Radio, being featured on BBC Radio 5 Live, and in Well and Good magazine as well. So let's dive in more deeply into spiritual sales. So just take a moment. I just want you to take a moment to just take a deep breath. Exhale. All right. So there are 3 steps to generating spiritual sales. Step 1, you center. Step 2, you ground. And step 3, you connect. When you connect, you create organic sales. There's no push. There's no in the energy that people so often feel. I hear this over and over and over from my clients and from people that I meet. So step 1, to center. All right, so you see here this heart in a golden circle of light. This is a very simple, but I find it is extremely effective. So what you do is you bring your awareness to your heart. A lot of the time I will say in guided meditation, and just, you can take a moment to do this now, but you just close your eyes, focus inwards, and bring your awareness to your heart. And as you bring your awareness to your heart, You sense yourself, you visualize yourself sitting within a gold circle of light. And you pull your energy inside that gold circle of light. And just if you notice yourself holding onto your breath, just breathe in and then intentionally exhale, let it go. And then slowly, gently opening your eyes. So this is something, this first step is something you can do at any time, right? When you bring your awareness to your heart like that, whatever is throwing you off, whether it's a text message from someone, whether it's a piece of news that you get, whether it's just something that happens out in your life, something unexpected that you feel that it throws you out of alignment. Literally just that act of bringing your awareness to your heart. And then the gold circle of light, right? Sensing yourself in that gold circle of light really helps you get in touch with your own energy, because whether you're aware of it or not, you are absorbing energy from people all the time. And it's such an important part of the process to be able to just shift that energy, to shake that off of you. So, moving on. Step 2 is to ground. Even if you are centered, but you're not grounded, you are going to feel either frantic, you will feel anxiety, you will feel low-grade stress, you will feel fear. In some instances, you will feel paralyzed, because one of the things that happens is when you center, everything becomes really clear. Where maybe unconsciously you have been projecting your feelings and feeling powerless onto someone else. And it's not that you want to blame someone else, but you feel like you're stuck where you are, you can't do anything to change your situation. Once you're centered, it can get overwhelming, because you start to see, I have the ability to change this situation. And then what can happen is the inner critic can come up and start saying, oh, why didn't I do something about this sooner? Why didn't I make this change? And so if you are ungrounded, it is going to just throw you off. You're going to get in a spin. So can you relate to that? If you can relate to this in some capacity, please type in the comment box. You know, do you have situations come up in your life where you have felt ungrounded? Just type yes if that resonates for you. So that process of grounding, thank you, yes. Jessica says yes. Laurie says yes. Judy says yes. Thank you. Betsy, you feel anxiety coming on this call, now at peace. Tammy says yes. Monica B says yes. And I don't know, it's so interesting. I am starting to get like this tingling. I feel like from us all connecting here together and coming together in community, I've got like this little tingling, really happy, buzzing feeling in my heart center. This area here, by the way, this is the high heart. The high heart connects you to that higher state of consciousness. So grounding, there's multiple different ways you can ground, but let's just go back. I'm just going to keep it really simple today. So just again, I'm just going to invite you to just close your eyes again a moment. Okay, so close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Feel yourself in your heart. Center yourself in that gold circle of light. And then as you're sitting, just imagine yourself as this beautiful tree. And if there are a tree that comes to mind, what would that tree be? Trust whatever comes into your mind first. And then sense the roots of that tree that is you. You are one with that tree. Connecting, going down into the earth. Feel the roots of the tree, your roots going into the earth. Now, oftentimes, it feels scary to place roots because the ideas that come up are, what if I place my roots in the wrong place? What if my needs aren't met by grounding myself in this place? Am I making the right choice? When you're centered, you're always going to ground yourself in that right place. So just take one more deep inhale. Feel golden light within your heart. And then sense that golden light moving down through the trunk of your tree. Golden light moving through your roots, right? The roots of your energy, your spiritual essence going down into the earth. As you put your love, abundance, your blessings into the earth, so she blesses you. Feel the abundance, the connection to the heartbeat of the earth come up through your roots, moving up through your trunk, right through your core, into your heart. Feel the heartbeat of the earth within you. You are centered and you are grounded. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly, gently opening your eyes. Would you like to, I would love you to just type in the comments box, what tree did you get? Like, what tree came into your mind? Okay, so Betsy, you said you're feeling tingling in your left shoulder. I love it when tingling comes up. That means that you're creating cellular transformation. Energy is really starting to move through you. You're increasing your vibration. So that's excellent. Just to let you know, if anyone ever gets pins and needles, that just means it's all negative energy, energy that isn't yours, that is clearing. Okay, so Jessica, James, you got an olive tree. Beautiful. Oh, you know, when I think of like olives there, it just feels so rich and steeped in connecting to ancestry, and it just feels like there's this vibration of deep abundance there that is really your gift. But I'd say like one of your gifts there is richness in sharing yourself, and that you are naturally very, very grounded. You bring that gift of peace to others. Jillian, the birch, it's a very light, uplifting spiritual energy where you just have this ability to, when people feel negative, you bring out the best in them. So that is one of your gifts. Laurie, avocado tree, again, this is so much about being able to, I feel like your message to people is helping them to persist. Like the spiritual essence is when you persist, you're an inspiration to others to persist. And then it's like again, the abundance, the gifts are so many there, but there's so much richness in your vibration. MB, I'm sorry, I think that's Malka, right? You said you got the Christmas tree there. Well, that feels like you're just so attuned with being connected into community. Like your gift is being able to bring people together. In this instance, it means different things for different people, but in this instance for you right now, it's bringing people together. It's being able to connect them to joy. And also you're really good at just helping connect the right people. That's like the main thing I feel there. Betsy, you said you've got a tall tree, very big, and that says to me, you know, Spirit is essentially saying, do not hide. Stop making yourself small, because your essence is very much of, you're meant to be out there in the world, connecting with people and being seen. Julie, you said you got a weeping willow. Beautiful. You know, when I think of the weeping willow, I think of England by the riverbanks, actually specifically by Hampton Court. The weeping willow, again, is a very ancient energy. It connects to Avalon, into the legends of King Arthur. So I would go and look up that and see what that means for you in terms of your ancestry. Tammy got the sequoia tree with a massive trunk and years of life. Beautiful. Tammy, you know, I think you already know this, but it says to me that you have profound spiritual teachings for others, and that you are this very, like, your gift is to be able to bring people back to health and wholeness by being able to see their truth and understand the depths of who they are. And Malka, you said you didn't get a specific tree name, just a blooming, thriving tree, lush with leaves and branches. Yes, the lineage is a great metaphor for the tree. Okay, so blooming and thriving. I love that, Malka. That's like, again, you know, these things, when you see something in meditation, it is essentially saying, like, this is your way, your ability to help others. So if you were to go, Spirit, what is my gift? It's your gift is helping others to thrive and bring abundance to them. Mike got the eucalyptus. I love that. Eucalyptus. That means that some of your gifts are being able to help people laser focus, to be able to bring them to a place of clarity quickly, and to ground them and to get them into action. Malka used a solid trunk with deep roots. Love that. So essentially, the more you step into that, the more peace that you bring to others. So what I find interesting from this process, and type yes if you agree with me here, is that just from literally through very simple short meditation, you connect into your intuition and you receive all these insights about your gifts, about who you are, and your ability to help others. We're going to move on now to step 3. Connect. I mean, you're already connected, right? We went through that process of centering, right? Yes, Jessica, thank you. Yes, love it. Julie, yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. I feel like all this heat and this energy, and it's really awesome. So, okay, centering in the heart, right? Step 1, gold circle of light. We went with the grounding today, multiple different techniques, but today we went with the vision of, if you're a tree, which tree would you be? And then the connection, right? It's bringing that spiritual essence into your heart. I mean, you feel yourself connected now, right? And that when you are connected, everything becomes clear. Any doubt from other people, especially when you take certain actions in your life and you don't see the results, it gives you the ability to stay the course. And that is bringing it back. What brings you to organic sales, true relationships, there's no doubt that's there. Tunde, also, I just mentioned about the willow, and the willow really connects into ancient wisdom and the Isles of Avalon and the legends of King Arthur. So make sure to look that up afterwards and see how that resonates for you. So you're plugged in, you're connected. Then the key is, whenever you feel yourself disconnect, you just come back to this process. The fastest way to come back to this process is breathe. Right? I can't even tell you the amount of times that I will catch myself, hold my breath, right? Do you find the same? You know, when one holds the breath, it's just like that there's a part of oneself that isn't trusting to go with that flow. So once you're connected, it's being able to allow yourself to open up. What I invite you to do, if this resonates, is just take your hands a moment and bring them up together like this. All right, and just close your eyes. And feel the connection, like feel that energy, feel that vibration of your power, of your spiritual essence within your hands. And so what typically happens here is you'll feel like a buzzing sensation, or you'll feel tingling, or you'll even feel prickling. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable because you start to actually feel the vibration, your vibration that you're holding. Take a deep inhale, hold, exhale. And then bring that ball of energy, bring that into your heart. Just taking a moment just to feel that. Bring that into your high heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale. So as you start to expand your energy and center and ground and connect, the most challenging thing that I see people go through is being able to maintain the connection because of old stuff, old programming that's deeply lodged within one. So again, just doing this simple process, multiple ways to do it, but this is just so simple to get you into that space. All right, let's move on. Abundance mindset. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go through this next bit with you here. This is going to be so, so cool. So if you don't already have a piece of paper, one piece of paper is fine, or a journal and a pen or a pencil to hand, go and grab one quickly now. I really encourage you to do this because I want to physically take you through this process that we're about to go through. Abundance mindset. We're going to go into this now. All right, I just had to take a moment there. A sip of water, right? A sip of water for me is transition. Okay. The money page. The money page. Oh my gosh, right? This is going to change your life. I mean, really, this is going to change your life. If you do this consistently, please type in the comment box if you have a piece of paper and you have a pen or you have a journal and you are ready for what we are going to do now. Yes. Okay, good. Jessica James says she is ready. Good. Tunde, yes, you're ready. Malka, you're ready. And yep, you're ready. Gillian's ready. Betsy's ready. Julie's ready. Okay, here we go. Let me explain this. All right, good. So you're centered, you're grounded, you're connected. Money page. I have to give credit here to Julia Cameron from The Artist Way. This idea is born out of this. So many years ago, let me be specific. Back in the year 2000 and I think it was 2001. It's 2000 or 2001. God, I wish I could remember. I'm just being so vague here. It was one of the two. I got the book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And there's a bit at the beginning where it says, yes, right? Yes, comment, yes, yes, good. Okay, fantastic. Mike says yes as well. Laurie says she's ready too. Okay, so I got The Artist's Way, and there's a bit at the beginning of the book where it says, like, you write down your commitment to going through this 12-week journey of The Artist's Way. And I said, yes, Joanna, I'm committed. And I signed it and I dated it. And then what happened? I did not pick the book up for another 3 years. Maybe it was 4 years. 4 years. And then I picked the book up again. And I opened the book and I was horrified because I had not done what I said I was going to do. So I made that commitment there and then to start working through the book for the 12 weeks. And there's a specific exercise in The Artist's Way that is super powerful called the morning pages. And you're meant to write 3 pages longhand per day. It's a way of like emptying out and being able to connect to your inner artist, right? That part of you within, that creative self. And what happened for me in my life was I ended up getting out of a relationship that was not a healthy relationship for me. It was 2 years past it. I should have got out of it 2 years earlier. And I ended up then getting my own TV show and hosting over 250 hours of live TV. And I ended up moving to America. A lot of things happened. I ended up going from being where I couldn't generate income for 5 years because I had such low self-esteem. I didn't think you could be spiritual and make money, to then starting to open up those channels of abundance. So I was sitting here and suddenly I got this download from Spirit. And Spirit said to me, money page, right? Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but everyone has a lot going on. We are overwhelmed with so many activities. And what I found is that when I hit a wall or I come up against one of those inner obstacles and I'm paralyzed by fear, just this psychic weight, this energy, the idea of writing even 3 morning pages is impossible. Forget it. So Spirit said to me, okay, this process, just right now, write 1 page. Right, you just take 1 page, and actually, Nick, can you just grab me that book, the green one? Thank you. Thank you. So, thanks so much. So, for example, here, all right, you see? So like what I did here, I wrote 1 money page, right? Just 1 page. Doesn't have to be some massive epic thing. And I've tested it to see, does this work? it works. It really works. So what you do is the focus is instead is specifically upon money and nothing else. So you would start and say, dear money, and then whatever you feel that's coming up of where you are upset with, like literally you're going to write to money as if they are a person. And so you just like for here, I said, dear money, I jumped to the conclusion that you were something about me. So I can't even read it. A bitch behind my back. Like, how's money going to bitch behind my back? Were colluding with some of my peers. The lack of you in my life got inside my head. And then I was consumed with shame, right? So it's like you get it out of your head onto the page. And it's so interesting. Sometimes some of the things that come out will just blow you away. And so this is what else I said to money. I went to sleep doing my best not to feel awful. There's that expression, assumption is the mother of all F-ups. And I dive mentally with tour de force into assumption's arms. I then felt possessed ever so subtly my obsession's grip. My mind was locked in obsession's call, and so I can't even read my writing here. But basically you get the essence of it. It's like, it's intense. It's like the darker stuff that is just there. So one page, because with one page, you can move a lot of energy. You can clear a lot of blockages. And what does that essentially do? That removes your resistance to be able to do what you need to do to generate income and have prosperity in your life. So Jessica, you said you just did that the other day. You let go of a co-toxic relationship of 11 years. That takes a lot of courage to do that. A lot. I hear you on that. So what I invite you to do right now, let's be in action right now. I want you to literally just take a minute, just write a page. You're going to write a page right now. Dear money, and whatever it is that comes up for you about the things where you feel money has not been present for you in your life. Money has betrayed you in some capacity. Money has hurt you. Money doesn't understand you. Money is making you jump through a lot of hoops, whatever it is. So just take that moment now. Just start to write down your money page. I also asked Spirit about whether it's okay to type the page. But what I got is there's this real power in taking pen and writing on the page, because I'm left-handed, by the way. Is anyone else here left-handed? That you, what you do is when you take the pen, you're connecting that energy from your heart. So whatever is here inside your heart, whatever's in your energy field, you're moving that energy down through your arm and you're putting that out. It's a great way to literally physically clear your energy in a very conscious and connected way. Oh, Jessica, your Mac died. Okay, so you are writing a money page right now. Dear money, I feel betrayed by you. I feel hurt by you. Why aren't you present in my life? Money, like literally writing as a person, and then just try, it's stream of consciousness. It's one page here, okay? So you're just getting that one page here. And then I'm just gonna give you a moment to do that. I'm just gonna be quiet for a moment. Dear money. And just paying attention to any feelings, resistance that comes up to writing on the page. Whatever you want to say to money that you feel upset with money about, get it down on that page now. And then just type in the comments box if you've got that done, or if you're still working on it. Just know that you can come back to this later on as well. So type yes if you start to write down your money page. Is there any area where you're feeling stuck around this? What feelings are coming up? Just let me know what you're feeling, what's going on here with doing the money page. Because we're going to move on to the next piece in this. Okay. Okay, Betsy, you're writing. Okay, Jillian says my left side is slightly feeling discomfort. All right, MB, done, feels good, very good. Malka, this is great, I'm resonating with this process, awesome. What you will find after this process in a few hours, well, even like within the next 90 minutes or so, awesome things are gonna start happening. Mike says, really finally writing how I feel. Weird, but it's good. Yeah, it's like sometimes it's just like getting the wheels turning. I am a writer, right? I'm a professional writer, but after writing Big Miracles that came out this year, it was such an intense process for me. I'm going to be honest with you. I had some resistance to writing. I couldn't write for a while. It was really hard. And as I started doing this money page exercise, it's just like boatloads of just started clearing off. Tammy said, finding similarities between relationship with money and my expectations of life in general. Whoa, yes, exactly. Okay, good, Betsy, you're done for now, very good. Yeah, you do, you start to see how, because think about it, right? Money, like a physical, I don't know, what do we got here? Let me just grab, what have I got here? Okay, money, right? Here we go. Money. I mean, this is like, it's a piece of paper or it's in your bank account, whatever it is. It's like money doesn't do the thing, but it's our consciousness, right? The energy. I know you know this that goes into this. So allowing that connection to that. Okay, Laurie, very good. Done. All of a sudden, all the positive thoughts came through for me for money. All good, because that is a perfect segue into the next part of this exercise that we're going to do. Here we go. Money love letter. You're going to write a money love letter. Again, one page. I want you to keep it simple, because if there's too many action steps, you're not going to do it. And the whole point of going back to spiritual sales, of being able to move forward in your life, is a little bit of an action at a time, a little bit of an action at a time. So then we move on to the money love letter, right? One page. Like this is a smaller book here. You could get a bigger book. No bigger than an 8 by, what do you call it? Like an A4, 8.5 by 11 size page. Just keep it simple for yourself. Okay, so money love letter. So I shared a little bit with you about the rabbit hole I went down with my money page last night, just all the like, ugh, that came up. And then this was so surreal. And my money love letter, and you can start to write yours now as well. I said, dear money, I feel like $1 million. And I think what I mean to truly say is I feel amazing, special, loved, cherished. Kool and the Gang. Does anyone remember that song by Kool and the Gang? And then I heard the song. I just haven't thought of this song for years. That song, Joanna, I Love You. I don't want to sing it. Can you sing it to me? You know it, Joanna, I love you. You're the one for me. And so it was like, I went to YouTube, I pulled it up, I put it on, and all that angst I've been feeling a few minutes before of people don't like me, just all that crap was replaced with this love. And I said, thank you for showing me so much love and lovingly putting me in the spotlight. All I have to do is focus on love. Love one. I don't know what that next bit is. Money, I'm thinking of weddings and bar mitzvahs and feeling happy and secure with my family. And then I went on to share some other things. I love you. And it was just like, it just felt so clear and good and from the heart. So what for you? It's a love letter to money, meaning that the things that you want in your life, some of them experiences, some of them materialistic, some of them, right? Money maybe buys you a certain thing that creates a certain outcome for you. I want you to write that love note as if you have already received it. Money has already gifted that to you. So go ahead, and if you're not already doing that, do that now. And then type in the comment box, like if you have like a little sentence of something from your money love letter, like a little highlight from it, please type it in the comment box so that I can share it with everyone. So that dear money, right? It's already here. You're shifting from that page to that love letter. Beautiful. So Jessica says, thank you for being my partner in coexistence. Oh my gosh, I love it. So money is your partner in coexistence. And then just whatever you have written in your money love letter, feel that, feel it right back, feel it in your heart, feel it in every cell of your being. If anyone else has an insight from their money love letter, they just want to share one highlight, something that jumps out, go ahead, share it in the comments box. Put that in the comments box. And just in that process of writing your money love letter, today it felt easier for me. 3 days ago, it felt really, really hard. Like I kept wanting to go back to the money page thing instead of the money love letter. And then I would have to really get there in my mind and come back to that place. Right? So we're always coming back round to these lessons, these spirals around abundance at different levels, because everyone is in a different place in their soul's evolution. So Betsy's money love letter, what came back from her relationship with money is, thank you for being there today when I really needed you. Oh, I love that. Tunde said, thank you for teaching me so many things. Julie said, new for me. Money, thank you for loving me. Oh, yes, thank you for loving me. Oh, it's so beautiful. Laurie said, thank you for making me feel secure and safe so I can bless others. Right, so in your money love letter, like literally you are calling forth and you are emanating this vibration for you. You know, at the beginning I said this idea of how you're going to make spiritual sales, how's it going to happen organically? Because you're activating yourself from the inside out. Generating money is an inside job. You do the inner work and the outer steps materialize. They flow from you instead of this, right, this grind. And Malka says, thank you for co-creating with me. Beautiful. And MB says, money, you are so wonderful and attracted to me. Yes, I love it. Love it. So just take a moment, just breathe that in, just feel whatever like that highlight was from your money love letter. Ground that within you. It's not going anywhere. It's staying within you. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And remember I said to you before about the process of center ground connect, and then sometimes things happen and we can get spun out just because of stuff in life and those subconscious triggers. So we just did this, right? Right now, we did that. You wrote your one money page and you wrote your one money love letter, right? So I should have gone like this, money page, the money love letter. Here's what I got next for you. 30-day challenge. If you do this, you are going to create profound transformation in your life. Really profound, right? Super simple. So you go back through the exercise that we did here in the webinar, right? In this session of Center Ground Connect. And then you're going to every day in the morning, you really want to do this first thing in the morning when you get up, write one money page and one money love letter. I would ideally, if I were you, I would get a little booklet, a journal somewhere where it is dedicated specifically to money, right? This will affect, as you do this, you will find that it impacts positively all aspects of your life, from relationship to health to inspirational ideas to tapping into creative. But really the focus is on money here. It's about income generation. Again, where you put your focus there with that, you're going to create that weightlessness and that ability to move forward and generate organic sales. So one money page, one money love letter in the morning. This should not take you more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. So MB says, money, you are so wonderful, attracts me, goosebumps. Love it, love it, love it. Type in the comment box, yes, if you are going to do this 30-day challenge. Type yes, please make this commitment. Okay, Jessica says, oh yeah. Mike says, yes, good. There's something about, again, typing it down, making the commitment, saying yes. All right, MB says yes. Malka says yes. Tammy says yes. Tunde says yes. Cindy says definitely. Laurie says yes, for sure. Judy says yes, this has been profound for me. Right, and we just did this in this time together. So imagine if you keep going with this. Cindy, yes. She says, I love this. And I want you to make sure you stay connected with me as well. And I want to hear from you how this 30-day challenge goes. I'm hoping what I'm going to share next, we get to go through the journey together. But just at a minimum, if you just want to start with this first step and do this here, and you do this for 30 days, I know you're going to have incredible things happen. So, yes to doing this. So make sure also to you can connect with me through Facebook or through Instagram or through Twitter at Joanna Garzilli, and let me know how you're getting on with this 30-day challenge. What's happening for you? So you've said, I asked you, will you commit to the 30-day challenge? And I guess I'm I'm like preempting what I'm going to say. So you've said yes. Okay, good. Anyone that hasn't said yes to committing to this 30-day challenge, please type yes now. But I think pretty much everyone has said yes. Okay, CM said yes. Gillian saying yes. Good. Okay, brilliant. We're on the same page. And we're going to just manifest amazing things from this. So I have a question for you. Would you like to be a prosperous angel? Type yes if you would like to be a prosperous angel. Okay, Jessica's saying yes. This prosperous angel, okay, everyone's saying, Gillian's saying yes, Jessica's saying yes, Malka's saying yes, Tindy's saying yes, Gillian's saying yes, MB's saying yes, Cindy's saying yes, Judy's saying yes, Betsy's raised her hand. Okay, how do I address that? Diana's saying yes, Tammy's saying yes, Judy's saying yes. I'm going to come to that in a minute, Betsy. Oh, okay, I guess you raised your hand to say yes. You meant to say yes. Awesome. So this idea of a prosperous angel came out of myself and Nick, us going through the process of doing the money page and the money love letter. So I just am going to be blown away to see what comes for you. This is what came out of this, prosperous angel. So this idea, I'm not a big baseball thing, because I think, like, Nick, you looked at me and said, like, why do you pick a Yogi Berra quote here? But if you come to a fork in the road, take it. I didn't know he was a famous baseball star, but it just really resonated. It's like you're going along with someone, it's like, oh, what do I do? Do I go this certain way? So
pick up the fork.
Pick up the fork.
That's a joke.
Oh, okay. Pick up the fork. I thought you'd like go to a fork in the road.
You find a fork in the road.
Oh, you find a fork in the road, pick it up. All right. So path 1. You can walk this path alone. And if you walk this path alone, you see from this process of what I've shared with you, still amazing things are going to happen, right? You feel that here. But we're doing it together today, and I love doing it in community. So the focus that we have here is how to build a healthy relationship with money, how to pick the best path for income generation, to discover your true gifts. It was sort of cool, right? We did that through the tree exercise. how to step into greater service with your gifts, right? The messages from your truth, from centering, from your money love letter is showing you more of who you are, of how to recognize your ideal client. The more centered, grounded, and connected you get, you know when to persist when someone's scared about going ahead and working with you, and when it's not a right fit. You know, you're not the person to help them, they're not ready, or just you have different core values. You also then have the understanding of how to approach your ideal client, right? Again, this is the organic process. And, you know, all of this adds up to how to become a prosperous angel. And I'm going to reveal more of that to you. So what happens when you walk this path alone, and I put all of these things here because this is what happened for me, because I used to think, oh, well, doing spiritual work, yeah, I've got to be at a certain level, and so I can't reach out to other people while I'm going through this journey. And so it led to fear and isolation because of past mistakes. It led to procrastination because of lack of spiritual awareness. I had huge amounts of self-doubt and undermine my higher self. I found myself hiding out instead of reaching out. I've seen many other people do this too. I've heard this over and over. Sabotaging wealth-generating activities, declining opportunities. You know, I've had clients who might say, oh, they suddenly got a TV interview or a newspaper article, or they had the opportunity to go and speak at an event, and then they didn't reply. And they just let the opportunity go. You know that expression, don't stare a gift horse in the mouth? I can't even tell you how many times I stared the gift horse in the mouth and then kicked myself later on, which, you know, does not help when one was already mentally beating oneself up. And the other thing is thinking you're not ready to teach and inspire others. It's like I used to be that workshop, seminar, attendee junkie who would just go to stuff, and I was brilliant at starting things, and then when it came to taking action I would be absolutely paralyzed. And that is why, you know, when you have someone that you are consistently connecting with, or you're in community, it helps pull out those shadow parts of the self and to make sure to move into that right alignment. So path number 2 is I'm asking for you to let me be your spiritual guide here. I've been your spiritual guide a little bit today, and it has been an honor to share this journey with you, to share these tools, because again, the money page, money love letter challenge, like when that came through, I was so excited to share that and go through that journey with you. And I have a lot more stuff that Spirit has downloaded to me that I would be honored if we could go on this journey together. This is me when I was 8 years old, and this is very much my core essence, even though I'm grown up today. And so what I found is that conscious entrepreneurs choose a path of prosperity. Right? It takes a certain level of consciousness to choose prosperity. When we stay asleep, it is very hard to step into that. And this again is the importance of creating community and not walking the path alone. Jessica, she says, I'm full of gratitude and I'm grateful to you. Thank you for being here. So here it is. This is what came out of doing my money pages and my money love letter. Prosperous angel. Oh, it's just right. Discover your profits with your profits. Like, how cool is this? When the download came through and I got it, like Nick and I, like we discussed this, we came up with it together. We had this conversation about this, and it was just, thank you. Judy says, beautiful. For so many years, I think doing the money work, digging deeper, I had a lot of shame around it. I haven't shared this stuff before around how I've actually got to where I've got to in my career. And then Nick said to me, why aren't you sharing this stuff? Like, why don't you talk about some of the prophets you work with and the spirit guides and the techniques that you use? And what I realized is that I guess I had some hidden, like some embarrassment around it, or what people think, like How can I teach that? You know, how can I share that? That's cleared now. I feel really good about it. And this is what's come out of this. Jessica says, so cool, right? I mean, I don't see this stuff being taught anywhere. A dear, lovely client of mine, she sends me these YouTube videos, which has Archangel Michael. It's like this computerized Archangel Michael. It goes, greetings, hello, I am Archangel Michael, and I am here. And it's like, okay, like this is really like nice, and it's exciting, it's uplifting, but how's this going to help me with the day-to-day stuff of running a business, paying the bills, juggling family, really being energized, not having my shadow self get in the way? And so it's going to be a very grounded and practical. So we're going to use these spiritual tools to go deep, right? You got chills, Betsy. Yeah, because like this was the download. So like this stuff that came through from my money page, money love letter, I know you're going to have off the chart stuff come through with everything that each one of you is doing. I know it's going to be amazing. So let me just show you what we're going to do. I'm not going to reveal too much here because I want you to be able to go through the experience with me. A lot of the material that we're going to do in this is channeled. You know, it comes through channel, and it comes through right before I teach it. So each session, right, each session here, we're going to focus on how to discover your profits with your profits. And each session will connect you to the wisdom of a prophet. So, you know, this idea, there's a couple of different things that are going to happen that we're going to work through. One is that there are these different, there are these prophets that I'm going to help you like directly channel and connect with, and you're going to get your own messages from that. And then I'm going to give you messages with that downloads too. So we both, like we're all going to be in that process. You'll get my take, and then you'll have your own wisdom that comes through. And then you're going to find your own specific profits as well. So there's multiple facets to what we're going to do in this training. Tammy, you said I've been addressing shame these last couple of weeks. This is perfect timing. So happy to hear that. I've definitely had to move through my own resistance to be able to show up, to hold the vibration to do this work. And then let me move on to this. We're going to unblock old channels to abundance. Okay, so this is going to be the Prosperous Angel Bootcamp. We're going to unblock those old channels. We did some of this today, right? You can feel things starting to move. You're going to see the results from it. You're like, we're going to do more of it. We're going to go deeper. And then you're going to find new paths to prosperity. Hence the profits with your profits. There's more than one profitable path. Sometimes people say, oh, should I do this or this? I really believe in a yes and I know most of the people who I connect with or who resonate with me are multi-talented and are meant to do more than one thing. And Jessica, you said my family's concerned I'm replacing God with spirituality. Just blows my mind, getting a lot of resistance recently. I think that's what you meant to say there. Yeah, I can relate to that. I went through that with my family, and I had to really sort of stand my path, stand in my truth, and then many amazing things happened. Then what we're going to do in this bootcamp is we're going to ground the vibration of the profits each week, and we're going to clarify specific actions to transform the vibration of the profits to profits. So it's not, you understand, it's not just going to be where we're working in the abstract. You're going to take tangible action steps. So when we come back to the next session, we're going to be checking in, and you're going to tell me, like, here are the results that I'm getting. Here's what's happening. Here's the prosperity that's coming in. Here are these different paths that are opening up. You are going to be surprised that there are going to be amazing paths that open up for you. And just stuff that I just know it's going to blow you away. So the Prosperous Angel Bootcamp, I'm just keeping this very, very simple, and we're going to be able to do a lot within that period of time. Each week we're going to have a 1-hour webinar. It's going to be for 4 weeks, and then we're going to do a bonus 1-hour Q&A on that 5th week. And we're going to have a private Prosperous Angel networking private Facebook group, right? For everyone to share, to connect, for me to give you support as well, to share like what's opening up for you, what are you clearing, any things from your money your money page, your money love letter as well. And you can support each other as well in that community. You may find that alignments come in terms of doing work together, friendships, new peers, and then of course my support, my guidance as well. I want to be there for you in this journey. And so this is the way the schedule is going to work. This is going to start in January. Okay, so it's going to be January, you can see here, Thursday, January the 11th, the 18th, the 25th, February the 1st, February the 8th is going to be the bonus hour there. And the calls are going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. I cannot remember what Australia time is, but just make sure to check your time zone. If for some reason you are not able to make it on a session live, they will be recorded. Again, we're going to have a private Facebook group to interact as well. And I have something super exciting to share around this that is an incredible bonus for this. This is the first time that I am teaching this material. It's going to be an intimate group. We're very much going to get, to be connected together. So when you sign up now, because I know we don't start till January, but you're going to get to go into the private group now. So I'm going to have that private Facebook group and we can go through that 30-day money challenge together. Then in January, we're going to start the boot camp. And on January the 26th, right? So yeah, January the 26th, you will be my guest. Oh, let me go back a step here. You will be my guest live at the London Hotel. So I have taken a gorgeous suite there. It's such a special place. The vibration, the energy is amazing. And we are going to have a Prosperous Angel networking soiree. Soiree means I want you to add a little sparkle, something where there's that little bit of angel, right? You don't have to wear angel wings or anything like that unless you want to. But just something that represents that angel in you, something that says that you are a prosperous angel. And we're going to have yummy food. We're going to do a little meditation together. I'm going to connect you with different people who are at the soiree. And I believe, from what I've got the download from Spirit, you will make friendships and connect with certain people there who you're going to know for many years, and just really special things will happen from it. Also at the soiree, we're going to set that intention for that vibration, you as the prosperous angel, that manifestation of you throughout 2018. So it is a commitment to come to Los Angeles if you're not here already, but it will be well worth the visit. It is going to be a very, very, very special evening. It's invitation only. It's not like one of these, like when you go to the LAX airport thing and you're like in those big conference rooms. This is intimate, is in a beautiful suite. It's probably going to be maybe around 20, 30 of us maximum that are there, so everyone really gets to be together. And here's the other thing. I understand when making a commitment with something, right? It's like, right, it's money, taking those steps. So I am giving you 100%, risk-free to sign up, that if for some reason you are not happy with the results that you get from going through the Prosperous Angel Bootcamp, you don't feel like you got the value of what you paid for it, you didn't like the soiree, or like whatever it is for you that isn't working, and you feel that I have not been able to help you personally in some capacity, then I'm going to give you your money back on it. So that is my guarantee. Okay, so you have up till 60 days after going through the boot camp if you are not happy in some capacity. Okay, I promise you that. So here are the payment options, and I want you to pick the one that's best for you. I've gone with angel numbers here. 444, or 2 monthly payments of $244, right? So if you do the one pay, it's $444. If you do the two pay, it ends up being $488, right? 488. So you're paying a little bit extra for spacing the payment out. And as you can see here, you're going to get these 4 60-minute webinars. I will probably go a little bit over an hour on those webinars because I can't help it. I like to go above them and beyond with things and provide that value. So just figure 60 to 75 minutes for those webinars. And then you're going to get that bonus Q&A webinar with me. And then the Prosperous Angel Networking private Facebook group for us to interact in. And then this ticket to the soiree, to the Prosperous Angel soiree in Los Angeles at the London Hotel. So what you do to sign up is you go to prosperousangel.com. Prosperousangel.com is where you can register. So I invite you to, I hope that you will go to that page now and sign up and be like this. This is the first time I'm doing this. You're going to be the first prosperous angels. And we're going to start calling in and working with these prophets and getting these downloads and your work starting to unfold in a whole other way that is going to be incredible. So if you have any questions, type them in the comments box now. Let me know as well that if you have, if you've signed up right now and you're signing up right now, that I can congratulate you, to welcome you. Go to prosperousangel.com and you can pick from, I have talked about, when I said at the beginning, this idea and the whole vision for it came so quickly. So you'll just see it's like, there's a landing page that is up there that has the 2 different pay links. Brilliant. Jessica says she's going to sign up. I believe in it. Thank you. And I am so happy to welcome you as you are the first prosperous angel. I guess I'm the first one. Number 1 and number 2, right? Judy says, thank you so much. This seems an amazing experience for me. Judy, I hope that you get to come and join as well and be part of the Prosperous Angel Bootcamp to join the community. And so any questions that you have, type your questions here in the comment box when I'm here. You can also connect with me at Joanna Garzilli, right? My first and last name, with anything that is coming up for you. And again, this bonus, right? The bonus for signing up now is getting to come to the Prosperous Angel soiree at the London Hotel. I would love to see you in person and to celebrate with you. And are there any questions that are coming up here around this, or anything that you want to know that will be addressed around the bootcamp that I haven't answered here? If there are any questions that you have, please type it in the comments box now. And then you just love these angel wings. I'm just like, oh, it's so uplifting. And I just want to say I really appreciate each one of you being here today and getting to connect with you and go through this process. This was everything that I hoped it would be and more. And I really felt the vibration, that connection to you. So any final questions? Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. And also, I will be sending out a replay to this as well. Fingers crossed, because this was my first webinar that it recorded. You'll be able to go back through this session and to be able to take it in at a deeper level. And so I guess I'm going to sign off now, right? Yes. So thank you so much for each one of you being here. And, oh, Jessica, oh, thank you. So Laurie says, thank you, you're doing much great. Jessica says, I've been racing through your book, Big Miracles. Tammy says, thank you. Jessica says, so nice to see your face. Oh my gosh. MB says, thank you. Gillian says, thank you so much, Joanna. I really appreciate all that you do. It's beautiful. Jessica James says, love you. Malka says, thank you. Betsy Hall says, thank you. Thank you so, so much. What beautiful angels you are. I am just sending abundance of love to you. Do you want to show your little face? No?
I'll say goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Here's
for
my
joining us.
angel. Lots and lots of love to you. Lots and lots of love. Okay. Signing off here. Sending you love. Thank you. Oh, Tunde says thank you too. Thank you. Lots of love.